The Savannah Bananas are about to play in front of 80,000 people right behind me at Clemson football stadium. Now I'm here a day early to go hang out with the team, see everything that they do from the morning all the way to the evening through rehearsals, practicing the dances, and simply just creating a home run derby on a field that's only 190 feet to left. We're only about 5 minutes away from starting BP, so let's head in and see what everyone's up to. Somehow we ended up in the football locker room, but nothing could prepare us for what goes into the day before a big game. Now this view is incredible, but wait until you see it from the top later on in this video. Stilts kicked off BP while trying to crush home runs, and even Coach Rack was impressed. Plus, we almost got lost in this massive stadium, and you'll hear the strategy straight from tomorrow's starting pitcher. Look, this is third base. Turn around to the line, only 190. Okay, I'm standing right at the edge. Look at how close that is. And then it extends all the way out to right center field. And one of the things that I was thinking about is how do you place a dugout inside of a football stadium? Well, check this out. They literally just blocked it off. That's the entire dugout. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is the day before. When are we gonna see the actual game footage? Well, we're gonna be sitting right there tomorrow night, so you got to subscribe so you don't miss that video. But we're in the middle of BP, but obviously I can't take ground balls or anything, so we're gonna take a hike all the way to the very top of the stadium. Now, I still can't fathom the fact that there are going to be fans over there and up there, literally packed to the brim. But now you're gonna get to experience what it would be like if you actually sat up at the very top for a game. Got a nice shot? Level 1 is complete. Way harder than I thought. My legs are already burning. Luckily today was supposed to be leg day anyways. It's also kind of weird at the fact that we just get to walk around a stadium like this. We obviously have a pass, right? But nobody's here. And it would be in a stadium that's going to fill 81,000 people. And we just get to walk around the entire thing. It's a surreal experience, and I'm so glad y'all get to be here. We've already run into a little bit of a problem. We can't go up. There are some elevators, but they're using those to load all the concessions into. So we don't really want to get into the way of that. We're probably gonna walk at least a mile just to get to the top of this place.
Just to get there, not actually including walking up it.
Yeah, if we can get to the other side, there's probably a better way. Who knows, they're probably loading concessions over there too. Now we might be onto something. Because look, I think if we can get up in here, that'll take us all the way up top. Okay.
One of them probably be open. Then you gotta walk up the next round. You'll be at the top.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. For a YouTube video, right?
Thank
y'all.
Awesome, thank you so much. We could not have been more wrong about that. So now we have to go outside of the stadium, walk up this ramp to get all the way up there just for a really cool shot of a video. At the very least, y'all better enjoy this next clip. Pizza is the pizza. We finally found the gates to the top deck, and we still weren't close. This wasn't even the top, it was the bottom of the top, if that makes sense. Anyways, check this out. You can see it on my face, but this view is stunning. Originally, I was thinking that this would be terrible to watch the game. I mean, think about it, you're at the top of a stadium full of 80,000 people. This might be the best spot. We'll fully see tomorrow night, and well, I guess for y'all in the next video, but I'm blown away by the view right now. Also, check this out for a second. Look at what right field and right center is. Whoever is in right field, I'm sorry. I mean, it's not my fault, but that looks terrible to play in. Anything that goes into the right center gap, probably an inside the park home run unless you can cut it off. But one thing that I was talking to Rack about is that more than likely nobody's gonna be playing left field anyways. So what it'll be is you have a right fielder, second right fielder, and a center fielder. So whoever's out here in this corner, I mean, probably gonna be alone for most of the game, but all it takes is one ball for you to save, changes the entire outcome of this game. So now let's make it to the very top. These stairs are so much bigger than the other ones. You got it? At least this is a really cool view. Look, that's Lake Hartwell right there. Fun fact, that's the lake that I grew up on, just on the Georgia side of it. So technically speaking, we could have brought a boat to that dock right there. It's not a very fun drive because it's like an hour, but we could have. This is easily the best seat in the entire game. I thought you might want to be really close to the stadium. or the field, but being up here, look at this. Imagine that this is your view the entire game. Now, yeah, you might be really high up, but still, look at this. So if you were sitting up here and you were watching this video, I need you to send me the clips that you get of the actual game.
Can you play
Row NN, seat 1 and 2.
It's a really cool experience. The fact that they put a baseball field here is unreal. But the main issue is we gotta go back down there now. Our legs are dead. Caitlin really wanted to take some pictures, so I agreed. But neither one of us expected what was about to happen next. You ready to go?
Yeah. If I fall, what's the best way to go?
All right.
Just
hang on to the rail. We were about to walk all the way down, but this door is open. It's so quiet in here. Like all the noise from outside is just gone now. What? It feels good to get AC in, but there's really nothing for us to see in here, so I might as well just go back down to the field.
want to carry around.
Maybe.
Oh.
But we don't have any other places to go get water, at least not at the moment. So should we carry a Stanley around, or do we just go thirsty?
Or also, do we go down there to see Bananas screw?
That ADHD moment led us to watching Bananas legend Bill Leroy kick 30-yard field goals with ease. Now this might be one of the most underrated parts of the entire banana ball experience. See, everyone cares about what goes on the field, but everyone looks past beforehand. Whether you're a Bananas fan, Party Animals fan, everything that happens from the minute that you park to walk into the stadium is because of people that you might not even recognize, but this is what makes the true banana ball experience. They're here, and they've been here for at least 6 hours the day before, setting up, getting concessions, getting the merch ready. There's an entire stage for a band right behind us. But now being here all day, this has shown me that there is so much detail that goes into an event like this. So it makes me think, do the Bananas actually care about every single fan that they interact with? That's what we're gonna find out on game day. And I'm gonna go around the entire stadium, but for today, we're gonna go hang out, see what the rest of the players are up to. But I needed to shout every single one of these people out here because that's what the experience is all about. Then Coach Rack tried to hit a baseball through the goalpost.
One more square up.
Yeah, that's what they all say, Rack.
Oh, yeah, get right. There's no shot.
Here, take it.
Party animals. Party animals.
All right, GG's 120 is the limit.
The day has just begun because now it's time for rehearsals. This is actually something new. The Bananas are practicing their halftime show, which apparently they only do in football stadiums. See, one big misconception everyone has is that banana ball is scripted. I don't know how anyone thinks you can script baseball, but of course they practice these performances, which also means they make changes on the fly. So while they were waiting for a decision to be made, everyone was sitting around, and finally it was time for one more try. This might be the 10th time that they've run through this entire performance, and it never gets old. Now this blew me away. As a part of their practice, they played a legitimate game, and you can already see how easy it is to hit a home run here. So no, they don't just show up and do what they want. These are real athletes and real performers. Let's talk about something really quick. We've been here since 10 o'clock this morning, but every single one of these players and staff, I'm gonna say like 8 a.m. And every single person has so much energy. It's truly, what's the word? Contagious. Shut up. See, when you go to a professional game, you go there to see really good baseball. But here, I mean, it is a legitimate show, and all of these guys are really good at baseball too, so that helps. They've been here for almost 10 hours at this point. Nothing is going on. They're just rehearsing, and they love it. If you have not been to a Savannah Bananas game yet, find a way to go. We're not even to game day, and it's still incredible to watch. Do you want to know something kind of fun? Caitlin and I didn't bring food.
The drum line. I'm on my 5th piece of gum.
That is true. And we're supposed to stay here till like 7:30. And since left field was so short, we did a home run derby. All right, Andy Archer is starting tomorrow, and I have one very important question. You're pitching in front of 81,000 fans with 190 feet to left field.
That's true.
How in the world are you going to protect against that?
So I've been talking about this all day. I've been thinking about it, been talking with coach about it and my fielders. To be honest with you, my mentality going into it, nothing changes.
Really?
All year, like, I think I'm starting this game because when I go on pitch, I just try and make sure that my teammates have a good game.
Right.
Like, this thing works when DR's hitting backflip catches, when Rack's hitting backflip catches, when we're having fun, when we're loose, the game's going quick. And so like when I'm pitching, it's not about me. And so like nothing changes from that end. It's just about like,
okay.
Yeah. So just same thing, like, you know, get ahead early, throw my cutter for a strike. And if I do that, quite honestly, I think good things are going to happen. They may not, but I'm going to put myself in position to succeed.
So you almost pitch to where you can let your defense work, and I know that's very common as a term.
Yeah.
But literally, you want to make sure like DR or Rack can hit a backflip catch almost.
Exactly. Like if I'm pitching and I'm like, I want these other 8 guys to have a good game. I feel like that everything kind of takes care of itself.
Dude. Oh, that's pretty sick. I love that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
It was the best coaching advice. Shout out Danny Burrell. He was my pitching coach at GT. He told me that advice. He was like, hey, today go out and make sure your catcher and your fielders have a good game. I was like, best advice ever.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, you better stay tuned for tomorrow. Not tomorrow's video. It's tomorrow's game. But the next video, you're gonna see him starting in front of 81,000 fans.
Hopefully this doesn't blow up in my face and I get 19 homers.
In that case, I'm never coming back to another game.
Exactly.
And in just 24 hours, this entire stadium is going to be filled with 81,000 fans, which means that you need to be subscribed so you cannot miss this next video to where we're going to show the fan versus player experience. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be at a Savannah Bananas game, especially in a football stadium, their biggest show yet, you're going to want to watch. So subscribe to the channel. My name is Matt Ross, and remember, we're never cocky, just convinced.